We fly. We transport your goods to more than 70 locations worldwide. We are dedicated to you, our customers. We make sure that your precious goods arrive safely and on time. We never compromise when it comes to those values. That is why we received the Air Cargo Industry Customer Care Award in 2010. We are ETIHAD Crystal Cargo, and we are changing the way that you see the world. Sometimes we are challenged to accomplish something that has never been achieved in aviation history before. The task? Transport 22 large Siberian sturgeons from an aquaculture plant in Germany to a caviar facility in Abu Dhabi. It's an early start for the employees from Aqua Orbis, a caviar farm near Berlin. They have a special mission. Pack 22 large sturgeons individually in large crates, put them on a well-cooled truck and send them off to Frankfurt-Hahn, an international airport in the southern part of Germany. From there, an ETIHAD Crystal Cargo plane will transport them to Abu Dhabi. Each sturgeon is removed from the water basins and moved in a prepared large wooden box. 4 layers of plastic are needed to make this a temporary home for the large fish. Oxygen is being pumped into the plastic bags. Tightly closed and carefully laid into the padded boxes. A truck with a large cooling system is waiting to load the 22 boxes. Constant cool temperature is of the essence for the 8-hour-long ride. The truck leaves for the long journey. The truck arrives in Frankfurt-Hahn. It is 9:20 p.m. With the generator running, the truck will be parked until the morning. It's a busy Sunday morning. Dozens of airport employees are ready to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Lebende Fische sind immer ein Risiko. Ich hoffe jetzt, wenn wir die Kiste aufmachen, dass es nicht zu einer Schockreaktion der Tiere kommen wird und die Tiere Schaden erleiden.
The boxes are being unloaded.
Ich bin schon ein bisschen nervös. Ja. Also es ist einfach was Besonderes und es ist für alle das erste Mal. Aber es sieht sehr gut organisiert aus und wir sind froh, dass es jetzt losgeht. Ist ja erst die Hälfte der Strecke.
And opened and inspected. The seal of approval.
Natürlich freut es mich. Das ist ein Erfolg für unser Unternehmen, für die daran beteiligten Mitarbeiter. Wir haben hier unsere erste Garde hier an dieser Verladeaktion beteiligt. Für die ist es ein Auftrag. Die waren stolz und sind immer noch stolz, dass sie diese Fracht hier handeln dürfen.
The boxes are being prepared for the trip to Abu Dhabi. And transported to a cooling facility at the airport.
Wir haben verschiedene Checklisten und tauschen uns eigentlich minütlich mit unseren Kollegen in Abu Dhabi aus. Wie ist der Stand der Operation? Welche Vorkehrungen haben wir getroffen? Wie ist der Stand? Und geben diese Informationen weiter, damit dementsprechend auch in Abu Dhabi bereits alles vorbereitet ist, wenn der Flug gelandet ist.
It is Sunday afternoon, and the ETIHAD Crystal cargo lands in Frankfurt Hahn on time. The unloading of the cargo begins.
Die Fische befinden sich im Moment noch in den Kühlräumen und werden zeitnah jetzt aus den Kühlboxen geholt, als letzte Fracht praktisch beladen, um einfach die Zeit hier auf dem Vorfeld zu limitieren. Maximal 10 Minuten wird es dauern, bis die Fische aus dem Kühlzelt in der Maschine geladen sind.
The doors open and large boxes with the sturgeons are being transported to the cargo plane. The sturgeons are the last to load, to make sure that in case of an emergency, there will be easy access to them in the cargo area.
Actually, yes, it is the first time we are taking this kind of project, and I know that it's going to be a quite sensitive delivery, and we are aware about it, and we are already prepared for that. This product, we have to maintain it between 10 to 15 degrees.
When you first heard you're going to be transporting live fish, what did you think?
I thought of something different for a change, yeah, not a problem. I used to fly cargo many years ago, lobsters and crab and all that sort of thing, so I sort of knew how sensitive they are to G-forces, temperature control and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
But these are a little bigger than lobsters. These are huge sturgeons.
I was just talking to the guy out there, yeah, 1.8 meters long, they're quite big fish. Surely, yeah, it's an additional concern for us, and as well as temperature control and G-forces, we were told, so we're going to try and be easy on the brakes and maintain the temperature to between the 10 and 15 degrees just to make sure everything gets there safely.
This thing is going to be very famous in Abu Dhabi and very soon, and we are really supporting it.
The job is done. The ETIHAD Crystal cargo plane is ready for takeoff.
Yes, we had a very special freight on board coming out of Frankfurt Hahn. 22 sturgeon flying from Germany to Abu Dhabi. When I first heard about that, initial reaction, I have to be honest, was, wow, what do we do now? Not having carried live sturgeon before, clearly it's a new project. It's how do we go about it? And in the cold light of day, it was a matter of sitting down with the resident experts. What are the conditions? What are the parameters that are needed, and then putting in place a project plan to deliver those. There was a very complex project plan built, being the first time to have carried a shipment of this nature. Lots of checkpoints along the line. For instance, what is the total expected journey time? Right down to the detail, as in there was enough oxygen for the sturgeon to survive 72 hours from leaving the plant in Germany to actually arriving at the plant in Abu Dhabi. The sturgeon had to be carried at a temperature range from start to finish of between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. There were temperature checkpoints at every stage of the journey. Arrival in Abu Dhabi coming straight out of the hold, and also onto the refrigerated trucks then for carriage to the plant in Abu Dhabi. Also things such as briefings to all participants. Pilots, believe it or not, the pilots were actually advised of the nature of the cargo on board, because they have to ensure that on the 6 hour 15-minute flight, the temperature in the hold always remained between 10 and 15 degrees. We actually took the project plan to such micro detail as in having a backup secondary refrigerated truck on standby in Abu Dhabi, just in case anything were to go wrong.
The offloading begins, and an ETIHAD cooling truck is waiting. Time is of the essence. The boxes cannot remain too long in the warm outside temperatures. The temperature is being checked. It is 14.3 degrees Celsius. Perfect. The truck takes off. Destination, the new caviar facility in Abu Dhabi. The boxes are being unloaded and one by one transported to the waiting basins filled with water that maintain the temperature the sturgeons require for a healthy environment. The first plastic bag is being opened, and the sturgeon is alive. Bag after bag is being opened. The result? All sturgeons are alive and well.
I'm very proud to know that it actually went very smoothly without a hitch. Clearly, a project of this nature affects not just ETIHAD. It's part of the Abu Dhabi development plan, and as such, it reflects on ETIHAD, Abu Dhabi, and all participants in it. So yes, very proud, huge degree of relief, and also I think it's fair to say a degree of achievement as well.